Maritime Made on Eastlink TV is presented in partnership with Nova Scotia Business Inc. novascotiabusiness.com.
Soft drinks come in a large variety of flavors and colors. And the Pepsi palette is one of the most colorful you'll find. Pepsi products are a favorite on Cape Breton Island. And it's Cape Breton Beverages' job to make sure people get their Pepsi. As with most beverages, water is one of the most important ingredients in soft drinks. Here, water is pumped into a large holding tank where further disinfection and the removal of any impurities occurs. The water is then fed through a large sand filter. The sand filter removes particles that may have gotten past the municipal purification process. It is then stored on site in a large storage tank. The water stays here until it's required in the production process.
Once needed, the water passes through one of two carbon filters designed to further remove any contaminants or impurities. And then finally through an ultraviolet light designed to provide further disinfection against possible bacteria. The Pepsi Corporation requires license holders to adhere to strict guidelines when it comes to mixing Pepsi products. That means ensuring all ingredients are mixed correctly and that everything is tested regularly. Like all major soft drink manufacturers, the recipe in each product is a highly guarded secret. In fact, Pepsi pre-mixes as much of its products as possible elsewhere before sending the ingredients to the bottling plant. The first step in making soft drinks is to make simple syrup. Simple syrup is a mixture of water and sweetener. These two ingredients are mixed in one of the many large stainless steel tanks. The secret ingredients arrive in opaque bottles.
First, the bottles are rinsed off to ensure no foreign particles enter the mixture. The ingredients are then poured into the tank and mixed with the simple syrup. Other ingredients may also be added, depending on the soft drink brand being made. The syrup will later be mixed with water and CO2 to produce the finished product. The final syrup mix will be about 6,800 liters. Once the syrup is complete and has been quality tested, it's ready for the production line. Here, 1 part syrup is mixed with 5 parts water. CO2 is then added to the mixture. CO2 adds the famous fizz to soft drinks. The mixture is then sent to the filling station. Empty bottles are made from preforms. The preforms are manufactured by Cape Breton Beverages' sister company and are molded into finished bottles on site. The bottles arrive on pallets.
A mechanical loader uses pneumatic arms to lift 306 empty 355 milliliter bottles at a time onto a conveyor. The protective cardboard layer is then removed using suction. As the bottles make their way to the bottling area, each bottle is rinsed to remove any residue that may have made its way into the bottle. The bottles then move along an air conveyor to the filling station. The bottle filler is able to fill about 355 milliliter bottles per minute at top speed. Once the bottles are filled, they are capped with plastic screw caps, and each bottle is then rinsed with fresh water. The bottles are printed using ink and a laser system. This ensures that both an end date and production date is available on each bottle. At this stage, a worker tests bottles to ensure they meet specifications and that they contain the right amount of CO2. If there is too little, they may arrive at the consumer flat. The accumulation table is designed to accumulate product when there are issues further in the production process. Bottles accumulate here until the issue is resolved.
Next is the labeling machine. Labels are wrapped and glued to each bottle in quick succession. Finally, the bottles are gathered into groups of 24. They're then wrapped in a sheet of thin plastic and quickly passed through the shrink wrap machine. This machine quickly heats the plastic sheet, which in turn wraps the bottles tightly together. The shrink-wrapped bottles are then loaded by hand onto pallets and stored in the warehouse until they're shipped to stores. Pepsi requires bottling plants to randomly test product to ensure quality control. Cape Breton Bottling takes quality control very seriously and tests all their brands continuously during production.
Cape Breton Beverages also fills pre-mixed canisters. These canisters are used in restaurants and bars, as well as soda fountains. The canisters are refillable and are first loaded into a washer to be thoroughly rinsed. The clean canisters are then hand-filled with a water, syrup, and CO2 mixture. Once full, each canister is tested to ensure it meets specifications.